Welcome to Real Bass Lessons. Today I thought I would put together a little bit of that Jamerson language into some little 2 and 4 bar grooves so you can practice them. The only way you're going to get comfortable enough with these phrases, with this new language for you, to actually perform it when the lights are on, is to work it over and over and over so it gets inside you. You've memorized it both with your ear, of course, and with your hands on the bass, and it becomes your default language. Too often people say, I tried this and I did some of that and I learned some of this, but I just can't seem to get it in my playing. That's because you didn't do it repetition enough. You got to do it a lot. So again, it becomes your default language. When the lights are on, when it's ready, set, go, we always play what we're most comfortable. But we have to get comfortable with this, okay? So I'm just going to take some simple short phrases here and then start putting them together. Here's the first one. Play along with me. Loop it. Now, most people know the sound of that one. Good. But we want to work it around all keys. Here we go. Are you playing with me? Back to the key of C. Now you notice I had one fingering and I used that exact same fingering for my phrases in all keys. Sure, consistency and economy of motion. Let's do that with a little drum machine track. It'll be a little faster. Here we go. Play with me. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. This was sort of like what we were doing in that other last lesson where I taught rhythms. We were just taking one note, single rhythm going around. Now we're taking a little phrase which has rhythms and pitches both, and we're going around the cycle. Let's do that again, okay? I'm trying to offer you here a process to practice to make these things really work. I really think it's disappointing, or it's just sort of a waste, almost like it's just too bad when you look at some cool stuff and you go, I like that, and you practice it first a little bit and it never seems to stick. You never seem to be able to use it. Well, I want to create a little process here where if you'll follow this, it'll become part of your language. Okay, let's do that same phrase again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sure. Now, let's learn a second phrase and then we'll put them together. Let's do this one here. How about nice and slow? Hear that muted note? Got it down? Good. Here we go around the cycle. 1, 2, 3, 4. top. Good, let's put the two of them together. It'll sound like this. Okay, here we go around the cycle. I think I'll slow the tempo down so it'll be a little bit easier for you and for me. Okay, I'm gonna do the first phrase, then second phrase, then let's repeat it. First phrase, second phrase, then we'll go to a new key. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. Whoa, that's a big one, huh? Now, one of the most challenging things about practicing like this is the mental discipline, the focus to play that whole long way through nonstop with no mistakes. The challenge for me is I keep thinking of things I want to tell you, and am I doing stuff right here? And then I sort of, feel like I'm not ahead of the game. That's what you need to work on. That's playing good bass lines. It's not a matter of just playing a lick or a phrase 2 times. No, it's playing maybe 3 minutes nonstop. I'm not sure how long that little play along we just played. It felt like it was a couple of minutes at least, huh? Very cool. Let's learn another phrase, 2-part, just like before. The first half is here. You say, hey, I already know that one. You bet. That was our second phrase on the other one. Now let's make it our first phrase. Here it is. Second half. Let's do that second half over and over a couple times so you can learn it. Sure, so the two of them together to make a complete phrase. Cool, let's go around the cycle of force. We'll do it the same way. First, second, then new key. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is how you want to develop your practicing. You start with some of those earlier things I showed you before, those real simple, just root rhythms. Then maybe you work on some pitches, and then you learn one measure phrases, and then you put the two phrases together. We get a question answer type thing. And of course, it demands a longer playing. But again, when people say, yeah, I know that, they often are saying, I understand it with my brain. I'm talking about, can your hands play it for 2 to 3 minutes nonstop all over the bass without making a mistake? I need to be more solid myself. We just have to play this stuff over and over. Any questions? Cool. Get to work on it. It'll work for you, I promise, after you do the work. Fired up.